today to talk about the Classic Plus pump from WrightFlow and why it's specifically often seen in tomato, ketchup, mayonnaise, sauce, mustard factories around the world. There's several reasons why it's particularly looked for and used, and I thought we could perhaps look at that a little bit today. You will have noticed that we have a tri-lobe form rotor as opposed to our competition, who will often have something more this sort of shape, like a bi-wing shape. You think about it, this has got nice round edges. So if you were pumping a product such as, I don't know, tortellini or ravioli, then a rotor like that you can imagine going around chopping up the product, whereas a tri-lobe pump like this is more likely to gently push the product through. If you were looking for something with a fluid with a lot of solids in, then you might be interested to know we've also got a pump we call the Revolution, which has a piston type rotor which will push the solids in front of the wing. But for the tri-lobe unit, this is good for homogeneous and some non-homogeneous with soft solids solutions. The pump head itself on the Classic Plus from WrightFlow is made from 316, so we've got no heavy metals or metal on metal contact or anything like that to worry about. So ideal for your food application. So on our Classic Plus, another feature is we have here and here, here and here, we have a chamfer cut. That helps us because if we position the pump in the vertical configuration, so the ports north and south, up and down, it means the unit will fully vent and fully drain. So you have no product left in the pump when you're finished. Here's our Classic Plus pump again, but from a different angle with a cutaway on it, so you can see inside it a little bit more clearly. If I take the cover off, you can see here where it's completely flat. So there's no dwells cut in here or here for rotor nuts. So you can imagine this is going to be a much cleaner option than another front cover that's got great big dwells cut in it. So it's 2 less bug traps on the Classic Plus pump. The guard on the Classic Plus pump, you see here, this has been specially designed so that you can really clearly see the mechanical seal. You can see if you've got any leakage of product, but you can't get your fingers stuck in it. So it's compliant with CE and the machinery directive requirements, but it's also really easy to see. You know, even in a dirty old dark factory underneath a tank, if you've got your torch in your hand, you can see the mechanical seal and immediately see whether there is any problem or not. We've also designed the guard so it can't just be taken off willy-nilly. In order to take it off, you need to remove the rotor case. So you can't have an operator who just feels like taking it off so he can see it a bit more easily. So safety first. With WrightFlow's Classic Plus pump, there are a variety of seal options available. Here we have the single mechanical seal. We could also have a single mechanical seal with a lip seal on the back, flushing, so you could put a flush to it at low pressure, or you could have a double mechanical seal, or you could have a pack gland, or you could have an O-ring seal. If I just show you the very quickly the O-ring seal. Here, this is the rotor, and the O-ring just pops on. When you want to change the O-ring seal, O-ring off, throw it, another O-ring on. A low-cost solution for someone who's frequently taking the thing apart. When you have an application where you need to frequently clean out a place, like some sauce factories, many tend to be CIP, clean in place, and the unit's designed for that. But also there are some factories where they like to, from time to time, just pop the rotors out and give it a good clean. as well as, I guess, a failsafe. With this sort of pump, it really suits it well because the mechanical seal has been designed so it's on the outboard side of the rotor case. Why is that important? Because if you take the rotors off, the mechanical seal won't come off with it. If you had a front loading seal, you pull the rotors off, the operator puts them in a bucket, he's also going to be pulling the mechanical seal off at the same time. And you can imagine that's going to cause problems with mechanical seals, which are quite brittle at the best of times, being taken out, put back in again repeatedly. It's going to be costly. So at least with the Classic Plus, the mechanical seal stays safe out of the way behind the rotor case. So, to summarise our trip around our Classic Plus pump very quickly, we said about solids. Soft solids can be handled without damaging the pump or damaging the solids themselves. Obviously you need to look at the percentage, the size, everything else to make sure things are sized properly. We have good priming capability, so provided the pump is wetted, then it will draw quite well. The MPSH is particularly good because we've got a good through bore, so the inlet of the pump is quite large in compared to the actual the displacement itself, so it will draw very well. It's gentle action, so we're not chopping bang 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 bang, we're gently pumping. We have no metal on metal contact, unlike a gear pump. Our pump's quieter running than the sort of conventional bi-wing pumps which we often see. We can run up to 12 bar, so we can overcome a pressure of 12 bar in the line. We have different seal options available. We can have a pack land, O-ring seal, single mechanical seal, double mechanical seal. We have lots of bits of paper for 3A, FDA, 1935, etc. And of course, it's suitable for use for CIP and also for COP, to clean out of place, clean in place, and also for sterilise in place. So that's why we often see these in sauce, tomato, barbecue sauce, etc., mayonnaise factories. So that summarises why the Classic Plus from WrightFlow is often seen in ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, barbecue sauce factories around the world.